We live after Satan's little season. Satan's little season, the 1,000-year reign, it all ended in 70 AD in the first century. We're dealing with a simple translation issue in the Bible. The original revelation would have been written in Hebrews, as it is a fulfillment of Hebrew prophecy. It is the fulfillment of scriptures that were all written in Hebrew in the first century. That word 1,000 should have been translated to tribes. It's the word Elef, and Hebrew was letters and numbers. It could have either been translated, if you translate it as a number, you get 1,000. Translate it as a word, you get tribes. So what was the reign of Christ? It was whenever he judged Israel. It's whenever he judged the 12 tribes of Israel. What he told them on earth, he said that they would eat and drink with him in his kingdom and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So when did they sit on thrones with him? When did they reign with him? When was his kingdom? When they judged the 12 tribes of Israel. He told them whenever he was on earth that whenever he returned in his kingdom with all of his holy angels, that then he would sit down on the throne of his glory. He said that whenever he returned in his kingdom, that then he would sit down on his throne. They would be given 12 thrones to judge the 12 tribes of Israel, or the 12 Elef of Israel. When did they do this? When was Israel judged? Between 66 and 70 AD, just like Jesus said. Some of them standing there would not taste death until they saw the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. He told them that whenever they preached the gospel, they would preach it until the armies came to Jerusalem. Then they would flee Judea and look up, for their redemption drew nigh, and they would see the sign of the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. It said they'd see the sign of the Son of Man in the sky, and then after that they preached that they were looking for the appearing of Christ in his kingdom. In 66 AD, the armies came to Jerusalem, the believers fled into the wilderness, and the first resurrection happened. The 144,000 were caught up in the clouds, and then there was seen a magnificent sight. If you weren't there to see it, you wouldn't believe it. It was like the thing of fables, armies and chariots and soldiers running on the clouds and circling the cities of Israel. Right? And that's whenever they sat down on the throne with him, and they broke the nations of Israel into shivers. That was the reign of Christ. There is nothing in the Bible for us. I have much longer videos explaining this here on TikTok and on my YouTube. If you want to give me a follow and check those out.